Hello and welcome to Good Morning UAE.
Thank
All
you.
the listeners in UAE are really excited about you coming here, and what brings you here is a film which is called Peepli Live. And unfortunately or fortunately, I don't know, जब भी आमिर खान कोई फिल्म को प्रोड्यूस कर रहे होते हैं तो बहुत सारा ग्लैमर, बहुत सारा जो मीडिया हाइप है, it's always surrounding you, like, you know. Honestly speaking, when I got to know that I'm supposed to interview you, I had a lot of questions in my head which I would want to ask you. But one little thing जो कि छुप गई सारी चीज में was Anusha Rizvi. I felt whatever footage in the media I've been seeing so far, I feel Peepli Live, there's a new director coming in, Anusha Rizvi, and not a lot of people know about her. So the first thing I want to know from you is about Anusha and about the film and how it was working with her.
Well, you know, what happens is that unfortunately most of the media people don't like to interview new people.
Okay.
So that's the problem that we face. When I was acting in my first film, Kayamat Se Kayamat Tak, nobody wanted to take my interview. So my poor PR person was running around trying to get interviews for Judy and me.
Okay.
And कोई भी हमारा इंटरव्यू लेता नहीं था. तो जब भी कोई नया आता है तो आप लोगों को you all don't feel like taking interviews. So which is why I am talking about Anusha. I'm trying to be the platform.
Yes.
The attempt is that I genuinely believe that I think she's written a great script. And it's because of her script that I got involved in the film. And she's someone who's very, very talented. And I think that Hanake Anusha has not been to film school. She's not assisted any director, but she's made such a wonderful film. I think all the trust and faith that I had in her, she's really lived up to that. And in Anusha, I believe that we have a great talent, you know, almost welcome talent into our industry.
Okay. Now, a lot of directors have their own set genres of filmmaking, right? And in her very first film, the film has been making international headlines because it has been to an international film festival where it is nominated, if I'm not wrong, at the Sundance Film Festival. So, what do you think is her main forte, or at least in this one particular film, what is her stronghold?
I think Anusha's strength is her honesty, with the honesty with which she tells her story. I think she also has a lot of vibrancy and energy about her, and she has a very unique and independent voice of her own, which she follows with a lot of honesty. So I think that's her strength.
Alright, and I guess that would be one striking point that made you go in for it, honesty?
Well, I loved her script. I found it very funny and humorous, and at the same time very heartbreaking and thought-provoking. So I found it had a lot of pace, it had great vibrant characters, it had good humor. So all of these things, you know, pulled me into the script. And above all, it was a human story. I think that's what touched me the most.
Alright, now coming to you. Looking at your career graph, like you just started off, as you said, there was a normal, you know, you were completely like another person who would start off. And then it just, you have transcended to a completely different level, to one platform where today you are completely exclusive, and it's a very new kind of a phase or sphere where not too many people have been. So, you know, it's been one long journey for you, and if I can say, I hope I'm correct, your last average performance was a decade back. So you have been churning out hits non-stop, and I would love to know from you, what is your take on filmmaking as an art and filmmaking as a business, and how do you manage to beautifully combine the two together?
Well, it's a bit of both. I think filmmaking is an art form, and because and it's also business, because the amount of investment that is there in filmmaking is very high. So I personally feel that it's a combination of both things, and as a creative person, I should keep both the things in mind. So what I believe for myself is that I should do work which I believe in, which excites me, and I should do whatever it excites me. At that time, when I'm deciding what to do, I should not think of the business side when I'm choosing what I want to do. So that should be driven by my creative excitement. And then when we are making that, we should try and be practical and keep the realities in mind about the economics, so that the people investing in the film nobody should lose money. So we should make the film economically viable. You know, whatever some some films have a larger scope, some have a smaller scope. So depending on what the potential is, you can work the budget accordingly and try and make sure that no one loses money in the process. So I try and do both things.
Do you think it's a risk, or there are some celebrities who have reached a point where whatever they do is safe, like they are in the safe zone. So whatever you do might not be a risk. But do you think, are you a person who would go in for risks?
Well, if you see the last, so many films that I've done, all of them have been films which have been very risky films. I think Tare Zameen Par.
Okay.
It's very risky to make a film about a child who's got a learning disability, in which there is no romance, there is no heroine. The hero comes in at the interval point. Or Rang De Basanti was the 5th remake of Bhagat Singh and Azad. After 4 had flopped. Or Lagan was a big risk when we made it. I think Peepli Live is also in that sense not a conventionally mainstream kind of a film. So I think that a lot of my decisions have been quite risky actually.
So they're all like soch samajh ke properly, or do you go by your gut feeling?
Well, in my selection of what I'm doing, I go with my gut feeling. And then we try and make sure that it's also,
Projected well.
Yeah, we try our best. Sometimes we succeed, sometimes we don't.
Okay. I think most of the times you do succeed, which is good. I recently happened to see this video of yours, and the video had this, there was this session, musical session going on with Prasoon Joshi ji, A.R. Rahman, you, and the singer Beni Dayal. And you were all working on Kaise Mujhe Tu Mil Gayi. And you were so involved in it. You were literally telling the singer to come out and no, don't smile while you're singing the lines, because the feel of the song has to come out well. Yeah. I hope it was Aamir for sure. He looked so, he looked so confused.
No, but how you saw this video?
YouTube.
How it came on YouTube?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Yeah, I must look it up.
Okay, no, it came on YouTube. One of my friends shared it on Facebook. That's how I saw it. So
I must check it out.
Okay, when you're searching, you search for A.R. Rahman and Gajni. See, you get it.
Okay.
I'm sure.
Okay. On YouTube.
Yeah, so.
Okay.
So I just wanted to know whether Aamir Khan is always so engrossed with the music of every film you do, or was it something special with Gajni and the song?
No, well, in Gajni what happened is that Murugadas, who was the director of the film, he requested that I should be part of it because his Hindi is not so good. He doesn't speak Hindi, and his first language is Tamil.
Yeah.
So that is why in the songs he needed my help. So I was like his assistant, in terms of translating the lyrics for him and all.
You look like the boss there.
No, I think Murugadas may not look like the boss physically.
Yeah, I saw him. He was speaking in the video too.
But he's someone who's very clear what he wants. And even a storm cannot move him from what he wants.
But your inclination towards music, generally, like you do like to be involved with the music of your film, right?
Not usually, no. And usually I don't get involved. It's the director who gets involved.
Okay. Alright. Talking about all the aspiring filmmakers who dream big of someday maybe working with Aamir Khan or for Aamir Khan, what is that one word of advice that you would like to share with them?
To people who want to work with me?
To learn from, on the job, getting work experience. If someone's working with Aamir Khan, someone's in
Actually, I'm not a great one for giving advice.
Achha.
You should just do your own thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, if someone wants to be a filmmaker and they want you to work in the film, then what would you like to advise them?
No advice. I just have to like the script and I have to trust the filmmaker.
Okay. Going back in time when you were a little kid, what was that one thing that you really, really badly wanted to do all the time? Or were you the kinds who wanted to do a lot of things and there was no one particular thing?
Well, I love sports and playing a lot of different games in sports as a kid. That's what I enjoy doing. So flying kites or cricket or football.
Okay, those are the things that
Hockey,
you
table tennis, yeah, a lot of things. I actually enjoy playing a lot.
Were you a good student in school?
Average. I think I was average.
Okay. अगर आज से 30 साल पहले हम चले जाएं और कोई एक चीज होती जो आज के दौर में है और वो आप सोचते हो कि this thing in that particular time would have made a world of difference. Can you think of something like that?
I didn't understand. What was your question again?
If we go back in time,
Yeah.
like 30 years down the line,
Yeah.
like we've come a long way
Sure.
in all aspects in filmmaking. Even
So what is there today which was not there 30 years ago?
Something that you think would have made a huge difference.
Well, I'm sure a lot of things would have made a difference. I mean, technology has changed so much. So with the coming in of all the new technologies, a lot has changed, and certainly if these were available 30 years ago, things would have been different.
Okay.
But I guess I don't think we should look at life like that.
Oh, okay. Alright, I'll just quickly finish my session. And these are very simple, small questions which I'm asking you, which are like slam book questions, which small little kids would like to ask. Which has been that one favorite book of yours which had an impact on you?
That's a tough one, yeah. I've liked so many books, it's very difficult to say which one has had an impact on me. I guess, this one recently I read, not recently, but a little while ago. A Short History of Nearly Everything.
Okay.
By Bill Bryson. That's a great book.
Alright. And your favorite film as a child?
I think it was Karwa. Or was it Teesri Manzil? One of the two. Yeah, Teesri Manzil.
Okay. You and Amitji have never really worked together. So if ever you get an opportunity to work with him, what kind of a role would you ideally prefer?
I don't know. Actually, I don't approach my work in that manner.
Okay.
I don't decide what kind of role I want to do first.
But it's strange, right? The two of you have been in the industry for so long.
Yeah.
And
No, I'd love to work with him. I'd really, I would really like to work with him. And I'm hoping that happens soon. But I don't pre-decide my character. It has to be something that organically evolves and something that, a script that he and I are both excited about.
And this is like a Jaldi 5 thing. I'll throw words at you.
Okay.
You come up with adjectives for it. Politics.
Politics. I know I'm not good at politics.
It's complicated.
Not for me.
Alright, peepli life.
Peepli life. Peepli life. It's a film that we all. You want one word, is it?
One adjective.
One adjective. Social satire.
Okay. Sachin Tendulkar.
Sachin, one of the masters of cricket.
Bollywood.
I prefer Indian cinema.
Twitter.
Or Hindi cinema. I think what they mean by Bollywood is Hindi cinema. So I prefer Hindi cinema.
And the last one rather is Twitter.
I don't use Twitter so often.
I am following you on.
Yeah, am I tweeting enough?
Not as much as some of the other stars.
Yeah.
Actually, you're the only star I'm following, so yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, alright. You didn't say anything about Twitter.
You want to say, I don't know.
So, what to say? ठीक है, चलो.